Hey team, time for the Make a Difference moment video. And I'm working from home today. Thank you for all of you who make it possible for Lois and I to be able to work at home on Wednesdays. And so we'll continue on. This whole thing kind of started from wanting to find significance. Maybe a lot of you don't necessarily care about having significance, but I think that it's bred into every one of us. We'd like to know that our life matters, and because it does. And if you go back to the beginning videos, it started with a story about my dad and how I didn't realize what kind of an impact he made on people's lives until he passed away. And the turnout of his funeral visitation got me thinking about legacy, and that didn't necessarily set me on the perfect course right away, but it did make me want to make a difference. And then we kind of moved on, and I started talking from Stephen Covey's book, The Eighth Habit, and how it's important that we want to be an island of excellence in the sea of mediocrity. And from there, the book is ultimately about going from effectiveness to greatness. And and then the true when you can truly start having greatness and finding significant impact is when you find your voice and help others start finding theirs. And that might come in the means of different forms and many forms over the course of your life. But for that to even happen, for you to be able to find your voice, you have to want to find your voice. You have to want to make a difference. And so I started talking about how I was going to share some stories of people whose lives who've made a difference, and not superstars, just everyday people who did something with their life that made a difference. And last week, it was the story of Daniel, who was the inspiration behind Schools for Haiti, and how just this one man in the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere um, wanted to start a school, and that became a possibility, not just a possibility, but a significant possibility. And so this week, I want to talk about another young lady right in Madison, Wisconsin. And so I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to pull up the LinkedIn post. And this is a post from Big Brothers Big Sisters. And it's ultimately the story about Reed Thorns, who is a Madison native, went to, I believe, Madison Memorial High School, and ended up on the American Idol. And what's significant here, I'm not actually wanting to talk about her. I'm wanting to talk about her big sister, Elizabeth. So Reed Thorns was part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, and Elizabeth, I believe her last name was Sterens, was her big sister. And I tried to click on this link to pull up more of the story to share with you. But you got to have a subscription to Wisconsin State Journal that blacks out right away. But anyway, here's a young woman's life who was impacted, and I can't say she was the most significant impact in Reed Thorn's life, but Elizabeth Sterren, a big sister, had an impact on Reed Thorn's life, who ended up on American Idol right here. This is a Madison, Wisconsin story, and it's an incredible story. And it involves one person who wanted to make a difference through mentoring. And of course, you all know that we're big on mentoring. Some of our TV commercials that we're sponsoring right now are on mentoring, and I'm a mentor. And I doubt very much that the young boy I'm mentoring, Emmett, is going to end up on American Idol, but you don't know. Going back to my JC days, I gave you a poem last week about Build a Better World. And I also used to tell a poem that went like this. You never know when someone might catch a dream from you. You never know when a little word or something you may do may open up the window of a mind that seeks the light. The way you live may not matter at all, but then again, it might. And just in case it could be that another's life through you might suddenly change for the better with a brighter point of view, I guess it might be worth a try pointing the way to the right. Of course, it may not matter at all, but then again, it might. And I'm going to pretty much leave it right there. But you never know when your life could make a difference to someone else just by investing in their life. So, with that, you all have a great day. Sorry that the Mallards game is getting canceled for tonight. But that's just the way life goes. But it will be rescheduled, and we're still going to get together as a team. So take care.